Good morning, everybody that's out in the world of the tubes of you and the real world. The real world's out there too. Seven, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Here we go.
3, 2, 1, live. Cool.
Welcome back, Fun Fam, and if you're brand new to the channel, welcome in. To follow the Bradley's Fun, my name is Ronnie Bradley, and this is the Daily Dish. I hope wherever you are, you're having a phenomenal day as we start this Tuesday, this Daily Dish. Speaking of the day, as of the recording of this, it is the 17th day of September. I missed the 16th day of September. Oh my goodness. And we'll get to why that happened shortly, but I'm feeling better today. I think that's the most important thing that I can let you guys know. If you saw the community tab yesterday, you know that I was a little bit down for the count, but today it's a better day. And that's all we can hope for, is the next day to be a better day. Well, let's say hello to everyone in the chat. I saw Native Hawaiian drop by early. It's so funny. Says, oh, aloha and good morning, y'all. It's really interesting. I have noticed in the morning, I don't know if bandwidths are slower, but I've noticed that when I'm doing the show in the evening, I don't really have the disruption. I live in an apartment building, which means I'm sharing internet with a lot of other sources. And it's very, very possible that in the morning, everybody's just using their internet or bandwidths are smaller or something. But hopefully it's, from what I'm seeing, at least on my end, it's a little bit better than it has been in the past. A little bit slow, but the picture quality is good from what I can tell. If I diminish the picture quality, I could possibly get a faster return, but I don't want to do that. Little Mouse 27 says hi. Hello, Little Mouse 27. Tom F says hello, everyone. Manny Uncanny says yeah. Going Shogi. Good morning, all. And I said good morning to all as well. And Going Shogi saying hi to everybody that's in the house. Tom F, Native Wine Manny Uncanny Little Mouse 27. Hail! Equus Heart is here. It's so quiet on my end. I hear nothing. It's weird. Hopefully you guys can hear me okay. Rhonda H dropped in. She says hi this morning. And we've got Pam Empson here. Hi, follow the Bradley's Fun, Tom F. Going Shogi. Hope you all are good. I am, as far as I can tell, back to normal today. So far, I feel pretty good. I hope it stays that way. Tom F says, Rhonda H, hello, Pam Empson, hi there. And of course, I said, smash that like button. And if you're just coming into the stream, do smash that like button. If you happen to be watching this on the replay, also please smash that like button. Okay, give this the thumbs up. If you're not subscribed to the channel, of course, you want to subscribe to the channel and click that notifications bell, because when you click it, you stick it to the YouTube algorithm and you get notified of all of our uploads here at Follow the Bradley's Fun. Yay! And also, if you're watching this on the replay, make sure you comment below before you leave before you head out the door. Comment, replay gang, or whatever other comment you want to comment on about the show. If you want to say this show sucks, do that, because it still helps the algorithm get more get more out there. You can comment, you can hate comment all you want. It's funny, I've discovered that even the comments that I hide still help the algorithm. And Going Shogi says hello to Pam Empson. Jeremy Heath is in the house. He says hello. And I think we're caught up. Going Shogi, I'm assuming. Yes, yeah, you're still in the house. Very, very cool. And I want to make sure that everything is working here. In order to make sure that everything is working, and the fact that I am back and not where I was yesterday, I think it calls for a celebration. Now, what is our celebration? Our celebration is what happens whenever you guys drop a like, drop a super comment, super sticker, super chat. What? I don't know all the terms. Super chat, super sticker, super things, PayPal, or memberships dropped in the chat, or somebody becomes a member. We save up all those things, and if I either get to them immediately, or if we're in the middle of if we're in the heat of our discussion today and the heat of our story, and I have to get to those later, we save them up and we celebrate later. But I want to start off by celebrating the fact that I'm here, that you're here with me. Thank you so much, because you guys are the energon that makes this transformer transform. And I thank you so much for that, for being here, for everything, and for coming back after a day off, because I know people get into their schedules, so sometimes a day off means the whole show could die. And it's not. You guys are here. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. And for that, it is time to have our first of the day celebration.
macho. It's a perfect. Wahoo!
Oh, this is so nice. Beautiful. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, this anticipation. It's making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy. Be a pretty decent guy, I must say.
We're back. That was weird. Okay, so my whole StreamYard just crashed while I was. As soon as I hit the celebration, my StreamYard crashed. I don't know what happened, but it looked like it played on your guys' end, so I think we're good there. At least I just couldn't get rid of the comments on the screen. That's so strange. Very, 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 very strange. Yeah, don't know what happened there, but I see new people coming in to the chat. I want to try something because I just want to make sure that we are still good to go on all fronts, because I had to leave and come back, and I think we're okay, but I'm going to double check. And we got some new people that just came in anyway, and we're going to try the celebration again. This time I'm going to do the short version of the celebration, and I just want to make sure that the whole thing doesn't crash on me again. So let's give it a shot and see what happens. Celebrate again? Sure, why not?
Is it too much? Too much? It's a perfect. Wahoo!
Nope. Oh, this is just the best of my scene. Am I back? Am I back? I might be back. So this is weird. There's some weird things going on. Don't know why. Don't know why. But at least I can play it. So yeah. What's going on with the chat, guys? YouTube is battling me this morning. My chat keeps disconnecting and won't let me gift memberships. Well, that's no good. Let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with the chat. Should be all right here. As we double check. Thought it was my internet, but it's solid. I am using the DuckDuckGo browser. I don't think that has anything to do with it. But I think we're okay. All right, let's see here. Testing my chat, switched devices. I have heard, and I don't know what the situation is, but I've heard that there's been a lot of other people having trouble with YouTube. And again, I wasn't here yesterday, so I don't know. What is the chat issue that you guys are having? I guess what I could recommend is if you're using a smart device, try exiting out of YouTube and then maybe clearing the cache. If you exit out of YouTube, you click settings, apps, find the YouTube app and clear the cache underneath that, and then come back into the stream. That might settle it for you. My beautiful wife is in the chat. I don't know what US means. I think because I've seen that before. Us. I know, baby. The Bud Files are here. Sue, hello, Sue. And the Bud Files. I'm assuming you guys can hear me. YouTube is probably fortifying itself because of recent events. There's going to be a lot of no conversations. They don't want to have. It's not my fault, by the way. I don't like to. This is something. Our son is afraid to go to school because of what happened on Friday. If you guys remember that, I did not have an issue. I switched from a pad to a laptop, but my name does not always come up. No, that's interesting. Don't have the regular USA flag. Odd. Anyway, so we had an incident at my son's school on Friday, and then Saturday was fine for me. And I'm just going to tell you guys the story of what happened to me Saturday night. Everything seemed fine. Everything seemed fine on Saturday night, as far as my health is concerned and all that. I went to sleep like normal. Yes, our son is having some challenges right now, so pray for us, guys. What does this mean, or is this just US? Does that mean? You have to let me know. So here's what happened to me on Saturday night. I went to sleep like normal, and then about I woke up in the middle of the night, like you do. You think you're waking up to go to the restroom, except that it wasn't what I thought. And then when I checked the time, I'd only been asleep for like an hour and a half. And I'm like, well, this isn't good. And then I tried to go back to sleep afterwards. And about every hour and a half to 2 hours, I woke up having to utilize the facilities. I'll say it the nice way. And things were not coming out the way they were supposed to. So I was up and down all night Saturday night. I did not get a proper night of sleep Saturday night into Sunday. So Sunday was it? No, actually don't. I think that was Sunday night, not Saturday night. That was Sunday night. Sunday night into, was it Sunday night into Monday? It had to have been. It was Sunday night into Monday that happened. That's why there's no show on Monday, because I was not feeling. Yesterday was Monday. Messed with my brain too. It was the tummy stuff. It was bad. It was bad, and it was. I guess Saturday was fine. It was Sunday night that all this was going on with me. Sunday night, which technically would have been Monday morning a.m. because it was through the night, so through midnight and all that. Anyway, I could not do the show yesterday. I was worried about today too, because the symptoms were somewhat continuing yesterday, but it wasn't like through the way it was through the night. And I felt bad. I didn't feel great when I went to bed last night. However, I didn't fall asleep either. I actually stayed up and watched Daredevil episode 1, season 1 from the Netflix Daredevil series, which, by the way, still some of the best TV that's ever been made by Marvel. If Marvel wants to get back on track. I highly suggest they rewatch Daredevil season 1, or maybe the new Daredevil series that's coming out will be like it. So, my gosh, what the heck's going on with schools? Now Jeremy Heath is saying, I'm receiving a message from our school now too. They told us a district-wide message, our kids are safe. That's reassuring. The thing is, when it comes to messaging, I'm not reassured by anything today. It's so scary out there. Anyway, thank you for sharing, baby. My beautiful wife. Everyone say hi to my beautiful wife in the chat, please. Thank you. And I got to say this, my beautiful wife, Virginia, she took care of me so well yesterday, made me the most amazing healing Venezuelan chicken soup. You guys have not had it. You think that you've had, chicken soup. No, you haven't had chicken soup until you've had my wife's chicken soup. It is magical, and I'm not even kidding. Her soup is the best. She absolutely takes care of me when I'm down, and I super, super, super duper appreciate that more than she can possibly know. So yes, there you go, baby. Everyone's saying hi to you in the chat. Thank her for the soup, because if it wasn't for her, I would not be here today. It's getting close to election day. Things are getting intense. And Manny Uncanny's back. And Nita's here. Thank you. Hey, Nita. And what did I miss? You missed nothing really yet. Oh, baby. Let's do this. Virginia. This is perfect. This is perfect. Go and Shogi has given us the best idea for a members-only video. We can do members-only from our kitchen. You making the soup. That's perfect. I love it. I love it. Baby, bookmark that, check mark that, whatever. We're going to do that. We're going to do a members only video of my wife's awesome, amazing, magical Venezuelan chicken soup for healing. Any back pain or shoulder pain? I have some back pain a little bit, but that is mostly from, I just started my workouts again. So if I'm having back pain and shoulder pain, I wouldn't know if it's related to anything other than, yeah, absolutely. We will definitely give you the recipe, Nita. Yes, excellent idea. Oh, baby, we might have to sell it in frozen batches and send it out with dry ice. The kitchen with Virginia's. Kitchenia with Virginia. We've got all kinds of good ideas going on this morning. Oh, I appreciate that, guys. As a matter of fact, don't you think that deserves another celebration, and also me testing the system to see if a celebration will even work? Because the last time I hit this celebration, what happened was my tab with the StreamYard on it completely crashed. Let's see if we can get it to not crash this time. One more celebration before we get on with the remainder of the show. Let's go.
Too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo!
Oh, this is too much. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, this anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes, you can be on the show. I think I would go so crazy. a pretty decent guy, I must say.
Check for gallstones. Dear Lord, I hope not. I don't want to have to pass a stone. La Cocina de Virginia. Oh my goodness. All right, so here we go, guys. Remember, if you have trouble dropping memberships or anything like that, PayPal is also available. Go and Shogi, if you want to drop the PayPal link in the chat, you're more than welcome to do that for us. And we're going to go get going on the stories. The Flex School that we're talking about is Florida Virtual School. Florida Virtual School is where we can keep our son home, but actually keep him in a regular enrolled in school via computer classes, I believe. Disney denied my DAS. I was approved and then denied. I can never ride again unless it's a walk-on. Well, the good news, Vinny T, if we were to come right now, you'd see a lot of walk-ons. So yes, indeed. All right. So the first story that we are getting to this morning is not the cover story, if you will. We are going to get to that. And the reason we're going to get to that is because we have to get to it. We don't really have a choice because people are out there doing really stupid things based on the fact that the media is basically telling these people to do these stupid things. Media, stop it. Okay? Stop insulting a person who already has a record of coming in and just presiding, doing a great job of presiding and not being dictatorial in any way whatsoever, actually brokering a Middle East peace deal before he left. I don't know how many people remember that. It was a huge deal, and the media stayed silent on it. Could have won the Nobel Peace Prize for the peace deal that he brokered. But anyway, yeah, thank you, Go and Shogi. I appreciate that. So there's another way. If you're not dropping supers or memberships, you can use that as well. And we always appreciate everything you guys do. Or, just watch the show. It's free. It's perfectly fine. Let me put it this way. I don't really hide the fact that I am not pro Kamala. Okay. The fact of the matter is that I think our country was running better and smoother from January 2017 to March of 2020 than it is now. And while what happened in March of 2020 was ridiculous, I feel that, unfortunately, during his tenure as president, that situation, he was undermined by a lot of people that he trusted, and they were the wrong people. There you go. That's it. And thank you so much, Go and Shogi, for dropping these links in the chat as well. Virginia's Whatnot Shop. So yes, we are going to get to the story of what happened over the weekend. Unbelievable that it was allowed to happen again. Curious, some stuff. But yes. So here we go. Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island demolition project hits a snag. State requests significant changes to permit. So this is the first story that we're getting to. It's a minor story in comparison to the other thing, but of course this show is always related to what's happening in theme parks. Also, the very fact that Frontierland is adjacent to and actually smoothly transitions into Liberty Square in the Magic Kingdom. Liberty Square is where the Hall of Presidents is. And frankly, if we're being honest, wouldn't it be easier for Disney if President Trump was reelected? Because all they'd have to do is switch a couple audio animatronics and make nothing. I mean, what an easy show to transition to practically overnight. You really wouldn't. It would be great. The Hall of Presidents wouldn't have to be down for any significant amount of time. That would be fantastic. Yes, Anita, I see your question there in the chat, and we are going to get to that because, yes, the same question has crossed my mind, and it's unbelievable. But let's check out this story out of Blog Mickey. Let's see if this is by Mike. I don't know if Mike wrote this or not. I have met the guy that runs Blog Mickey. Yeah, it is by Mike. So Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island demolition project hits a snag. State requests significant changes to permits. And I've been saying this about this area the entire time. One of the reasons that this is here and the way it is it helps prevent flooding. So we have significant issues with attempting to remove water. Anytime there's a big body of water, a significant sized body of water near buildings in Florida, it typically is to help prevent flooding. That's one of the big reasons for it. Now, what's weird about this is this water goes down and it's adjacent to some of the walls of the utilidor underneath. Because remember, Magic Kingdom is the second level of a building. It's like the upstairs level of a building, the utilidor being the first level of the building. So this is by Mike. Met him briefly during my coverage of Tiana's Bayou Adventure attempted opening. I say attempted because it still hasn't opened correctly yet. Walt Disney World has not yet received initial state approval for its Frontierland expansion project. So, and what, it's funny. It's funny because when I am in online discussions in certain groups, people are, and I say that there's been pushback on this, and this project may not go through the way that it has been outlined currently. It'll probably still eventually go through in some way or another, but it may have to be redesigned. They may have some workarounds to get through or whatever. But point being, it's not easy to destroy something like Frontierland, that Disney wants to destroy. They're finding it's not as easy to destroy as it is to create. And everyone's arguing, well, they already said that they're starting blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, okay, clearly people don't understand what Disney means when they say that these projects are already in production. The various stages of production could be, hey, we wrote something on a notebook. It's in production. It's not blue sky, whatever. Anyway, you guys are smart. My audience is smart. You guys know that, and I appreciate that. Walt Disney World has not yet received initial state approval for its Frontierland expansion project, which will include the demolition of the Rivers of America and Tom Sawyer Island. The demolition is required to prepare the land for a Cars-themed expansion and eventually a Villains Land in Magic Kingdom. The state of Florida has sent Disney a 6-page letter outlining dozens of faults in the initial application, which is related to water management actions that Disney has proposed to allow for an expansion of Frontierland. Now, before I go on with the article, you have to remember, Frontierland has already suffered the past 2 years from significant flooding during certain rainstorms, to the point that sewage has come up. And so there's already a lot of issues, and clearly infrastructure needs to be dealt with regardless of this whole Cars thing, but that needs to happen. The state is asking Disney to make modifications to the permit within 90 days, or the permit application will be denied. So let's take a closer look at what this means. And there's a beautiful shot from Blog Mickey of Tom Sawyer's Island with the Thunder Mountain in the background on the left and the Liberty Bell on the right, the boat. Walt Disney World's Villains Land and Frontierland expansion permit hits a snag. Back on August the 12th, Walt Disney World filed water management permits with the state of Florida, outlining the first steps that it would need to take to construct a Cars-themed Frontierland expansion and a Villains Land expansion at Magic Kingdom. The permit proposed an impact on wetlands of more than 300 acres, although much of the work would take place outside of the Magic Kingdom boundaries, as Disney created water management facilities in the area to allow for land preparation work within the world's busiest theme park. In essence, Disney wanted to construct 3 lay-down yards to stage construction materials and equipment. These lay-down yards would be built on marginally unsuitable land near the Rivers of America and the northwest section of Magic Kingdom along the tracks of the Walt Disney World Railroad. Man, I really don't think it would be a very good idea to have to shut the railroad down again, as they did before for Tron for all those years. Bad idea, Disney. Really, really bad idea. God, I don't know who the Imagineers are these days, but the level of poor thinking on their parts is astronomical. I've never seen Disney operate that like this before. It's very strange. Very strange. Maybe they did before and we just didn't see. I don't know. This is very, very strange to me. For more on what the permit proposes and the scope of the work, check out our earlier article from below. Permit reveals, okay. Turning our attention back to the latest development, Walt Disney World received a request for additional information, an RAI letter from the South Florida Water Management District on September the 11th. The letter was delivered via email to a Walt Disney employee with employees at the Central Florida Tourism Oversight District, CFTOD, as I like to call it, and other companies copied. Formerly known as Reedy Creek, but not anymore. The 6-page letter outlines 20 requests from the state, including a seemingly significant change of the permit type from an individual environmental resource permit into a conceptual permit with broader construction implications and additional information about the work that Walt Disney will be doing. Walt Disney World will be doing. Broadly speaking, the RAI asked Disney to provide updated information about construction that will happen after this phase of development and how it will impact water quality in the area. And again, water quality is important because Disney's had 2 major sewage leaks in the last year. The RAI also asked Disney to demonstrate that they have pursued alternative site plans to reduce the impact on wetland functions. Other information that the state is seeking includes wildlife studies and potential impacts to protected species and any mitigation plans. The state would also like to complete a field inspection to verify wetland delineation for the project. So yes, this is a big, big deal, guys. This is huge. People are not realizing just how big of a deal that this is. Hey, congratulations to Mr. Fulton Mraz. Happy anniversary. I see that in the comments there. And so there's been fan pushback for the idea of this, of the Frontierland area being changed significantly. The sight lines changed significantly. I really do believe that if smarter minds, is that the word for it? If anybody is thinking at Disney, that they may realize this is not the right place to put in a Cars Land. People who are arguing, and I've seen people who argue Disney's side of this, that somehow Cars is in theme with the Frontier simply because the fake, right? The animated movie Cars takes place in a fictitious city in Western United States. Frontierland is not about a cartoon version of the Western United States in the 1960s. That is so out of theme, people. Think. It's ridiculous. It is honestly beyond the pale ridiculous. And I just don't know who's thinking there. Anyway, when it comes to thinking, we certainly want to think about the preservation of the lives of those people who are trying to do their best to lead this country in the right direction. I know, it from my point of view, just so you guys know where I stand, I see one party who is afraid to lose their power, their control over the population. Okay. That power, the ironic name of the party is the Democrat Party. And I say that because they're often talking about how the other side wants to thwart democracy while they themselves are actually in the process of thwarting democracy. Democracy means that the people get to voice their opinion, their vote. Kamala has never been elected. She wasn't elected vice president. She was chosen. And then people elected Biden. She went along with it. So that's not really being elected. She dropped out of the presidential race when she was running against Biden, and the two were constantly butting heads. So I can't understand how they ended up getting together in the first place. That makes no sense. But a lot of people argue that she was a DEI hire. That I'm going to leave up to whatever out there. Yeah. So yes, democracy means freedom of speech. Yes. No, yeah, I apologize, Manny, for having to have even this discussion. And I don't mind people knowing where I stand, but it is what it is. Yeah, it's just I have no problem with open discussions, wide audiences. I have friends that are on the other side. I don't have a problem with that. What I have a big problem with is when the media is putting out there that some sorry guys, I'm switching cameras here. I'm switching to my tin foil Mickey ears. No, I switch cameras because I think that my webcam. I don't like this camera as much. Obviously, this is my webcam attached to my laptop. It is a smoother picture, but it's not as clear. I don't know. It's weird. So weird. Wish I got this picture as clear as the other one, but here we are. It's just a different camera. But anyhow, you guys can hear me okay. Everything's back. You can see me okay. I'm assuming. Yeah. Okay. Good. We're back. So no, the stream's not crashed. Anyway, my point is simply this: the media should not be putting out any messaging that could inspire any people who aren't all the way right upstairs to go and commit actions that put people's lives in danger. That is all. That is all that I am saying. Doesn't matter who they are. Although it is weird that it seems so very one-sided. But with that, we got to get to the story. So, did I freeze again? Okay. All right. Sorry about that, guys. Seem to have frozen again. Anyway, I'm going to share this. All right. I think I can bring this up properly now. I think we're okay. Frozen, unfrozen, YouTube coming after me. It shouldn't be. I mean, this is a open story, and heck, I'm sharing from CNN, so I mean, doesn't get more mainstream than that, right? Here we go. Trump safe. Okay, now again, YouTube. I am simply reading an article headline. I don't even know how that works, but again, I don't know if YouTube's going to demonetize this, whatever, guys. But you have all the links to help me out if you want. That's up to you. Otherwise, the show is completely free. I'm not saying, but you guys are good. All right, so Trump safe after being targeted in second apparent assassination attempt. And let's just read the article. I was so I hate to say this, but when I got word that this was happening, I wasn't surprised. I wasn't taken aback. Also knew that Trump had survived because, of course, he's been preserved. But anyway, we have West Palm Beach, Florida. The FBI is investigating what it said is an apparent assassination attempt on Donald Trump at his Florida golf club Sunday, the second time in 2 months there's been an attempt on the former president's life. Trump is safe, was not harmed by the incident, his campaign said. Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw said during a Sunday news conference. And by the way, I was planning on covering this yesterday, so other news for parks I will catch up on. But I just believe that this is significant. It does apply to the parks and things like the Hall of Presidents. It just seems like there's a lot of bleeding over. Unfortunately, whether I like it or not, there's going to be bleeding over politics to pop culture. So here we are. Speaking of pop culture, I'm going to give you a heads up of what's coming up later this week, too. So, and it'll be we'll take a little bit of a divergence from the parks, sort of. Trump is safe and was not harmed by the incident, his campaign said. Palm Beach County Sheriff Rick Bradshaw said during a Sunday news conference that his office was informed at 1:30 p.m. Eastern time of shots fired by the Secret Service when agents fired at a man who had a rifle in the bushes along with the perimeter of the Trump International Golf Club. Trump had been playing golf at the time, moving between holes 5 and 6. A source briefed on the matter told CNN. A Secret Service agent spotted a rifle barrel with a scope sticking out of the fence of the golf course, immediately engaged with the person. Bradshaw said the agent who spotted the rifle, Bradshaw said, is part of a team that stays a hole or two ahead of Trump on the course. The person was 300 to 500 yards away from Trump, an official said. The person fled the scene in a car, was spotted by a witness, this person actually is an unsung hero, by the way, because they gave the license plate, which ultimately helped law enforcement officials locate the vehicle driving north on I-95 in Martin County. Is it Martin or Marion County? One county to the north of Palm Beach. We were able to catch a witness that came to us and said, "Hey, I saw the guy running out of the bushes. He jumped into a black Nissan, and I took a picture of the vehicle and the tag," which was great, Bradshaw said. Authorities alerted the Martin County Sheriff's Office, which detained the person. The witness was able to then identify the man. David Ehrenberg, state attorney for Palm Beach County, Florida, said the suspect said nothing as he was detained. He knew enough to stay silent, he told CNN's Anderson Cooper on Sunday evening. He did not apparently speak to officers. He was calm, so it looked like a person who has done this before, not necessarily this crime, but someone who has repeated interactions with law enforcement. Person in custody in connection with the apparent attempted assassination is Ryan Wesley Routh. According to the 3 law enforcement sources, the self-employed affordable housing builder in Hawaii went on social media to weigh in on politics, current events, at times criticizing the former president, and expressed strong support for Ukraine. Routh traveled to Ukraine following Russia's full-scale invasion of its neighbor more than 2 years ago, according to the video and images geolocated by CNN to Kiev's Independence Square. Video shows Routh attended a rally at the square in support of Ukrainian troops on May 1st, 2022, visited the same location about 6 weeks later, where a photo shows him standing beside a Ukraine flag emblazoned with an appeal for international volunteers to support the war effort. The FBI's investigation has gone global as officials work to flesh out his background, so and so and so forth. If you guys want to read the rest of the story, you can. I'm not covering it necessarily. Like, again, this is true. No matter how bad a job or good a job, he deserves respect. And respect in the way of just little life. Just, let the guy live. So that is that. I mean, it's just, there you go. This is funny. Nita says, I need some Trump ears, LOL, with the right ear notched out. Oh my gosh. That's kind of funny, though. That would be an interesting idea. Find a little red hat, put little ears on. Oh my goodness gracious me. And then Nita says, I prefer to collect Disney antiques rather than I'm assuming the current merch stuff. Yes, we haven't been down there yet. The Lakeland Antiques is my go-to for neat stuff. We got to get down to Lakeland Antique Shop and see that. Anyway, the reason I'm covering this is simply the fact that why? This does not need to happen. As a matter of fact, the whole point of this channel is that people know where to turn to for relief, for escape from the real world. Guys, seriously, go to the parks, go to Universal, go to SeaWorld. If you're okay with what Disney is still doing, go to Disney. Right now is a great time. Nobody else is there. It's pretty empty these days. So, it doesn't. And this is Tom makes a perfectly good point here. I don't like some politicians' stances, but I never wish harm on any of them. And I'll be honest with you, during the 2020 primary season, I was actually looking to support Tulsi Gabbard. At that time, still very much a Democrat. So, she just, I like Tulsi, and she was making a lot of sense, and she still makes a lot of sense. What I like about Tulsi Gabbard is not party-wise, but as an individual, she just seems like somebody who is using her head, her mind, actually thinking through and trying to. She seems like a person who wants to solve problems rather than be in the whole thing for herself. She's not trying to control a population. And I just don't think that it's a good idea for anybody who's a population to be attempting to control the population. So what I like is I vote for people who, first and foremost, protect all human life That is huge to me. You have to protect human life from the time a human life starts to grow inside of its mom. From time a little girl is starting to grow inside of her mom, little boy starting to grow inside of her mom, you have to protect that human life at all costs, because it's literally the most innocent of human life. So you have to do that. That's overwhelmingly important. That human being is a human being and has rights. It has its own body. It has its own DNA. Thank you, Tom. Appreciate that. Thank you for the generosity. That's awesome. And we will celebrate that in just a moment. And you've got to do that, guys. You got to do that. I think as I switched my picture, it switched backward too. Did it do that? Yeah, it did. That's funny. That's okay. I'm still here. Picture switched backward. Whatever. But yeah, so that's my a huge issue. And then the second issue is of hey OCDD93, welcome into the chat. The other issue is freedom, liberty, our liberty. Now, to me, it's not liberty when you have a minority group that has a minority ideology that a lot of people might consider a very immoral ideology, and they are allowed in very inappropriate ways to attempt to push that ideology onto kids, specifically onto kids. Do what you want with your own life and your own freedom. As a matter of fact, everybody should be free as adults to live their own life until what you're doing impedes the freedom of somebody else. So, for example, there's an issue right now in Florida of legalizing a certain substance for recreational use. I'm against that. I'm okay for it for medicinal use because medicinal use is very different. The reason I'm against it for recreational use is because it stinks. I know that's a horrible reason, but it impedes my ability to freely breathe clean air. And I should not have to walk outside and breathe air that's gross. Yeah. Hey, you'll be at the Magic Kingdom tomorrow evening. Now, is that for the Halloween party, or are you just going for the day? You have to let me know. Maybe I can see you out there. Yes, exactly. One freedom ends where another's freedom begins. Yeah. So as long as your liberty to do something is not impeding somebody else's liberty, then whatever. I don't care. I don't want. There are certain substances I think that just possessing them should not be a criminal thing, but also I don't really want that legalized for recreational use because that happened in Colorado and it created significant harm to the economy and everything else that's going on in Colorado and some other places. But anyway, my point is we should all have liberty. We should all have the ability to make our own choices unless that choice is ending the life of another human being. That should never be a choice, ever. Nobody should have the choice to end the life of another human being, especially for convenience or because they just don't like the other person or whatever. It's just, it's very, 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 very much annoying. So yes, so sometimes I come in here and I have to deal with things that are going on in the world that are going to affect our lives, our ability to travel, our ability to get out and do the things we want to do, to enjoy pop culture, to enjoy parks, to enjoy recreation. Speaking of parks, other than theme parks, we do have some vlogs on our channel about some other parks. They're very early on vlogs, so you might want to check those out just to let you guys know. Yeah. So no party tomorrow night. We land at 4:55 and have Tron at 7:40. Okay, so you have a window. I'm assuming a lightning lane between 7:40 and 8:40. Well, in that case, if I'm feeling well, I may be out there and I can say hi to you guys. That'd be great. That'd be awesome. Yeah, we don't want that kind of a thing to happen. And yes, here we go. Too much of this is going on too. So yeah. But anyway, I've got to get going for the day, making sure that I am well. I feel a lot better, but I'm going to make sure that I'm well and taken care of, and hopefully not have this crash in the middle of my ending. That would stink. So, DuckDuckGo browser, hello, I'm talking to you, browser. Stay alive so I can end the show properly. But in the meantime, we do have this gifted membership, and when we have that gifted membership, we have to throw down a celebration as soon as we can find it. All right, guys. Thank you guys so much. Let's celebrate you, celebrate me, celebrate Tom, celebrate gifted memberships. Let's go.
Too much? Too much? It's perfect! Wahoo!
Oh, this is beautiful. Give me a break. I couldn't be more excited. Okay, this anticipation is making me mental. But if they say yes to be on the show, I think I would go so crazy.
Oh, sorry. I was doing a different dance there. Thank you, Go and Shogi. Thank you. Thank you, everybody, for being here today. Thank you so much. I am feeling better. Hopefully, Pamela, everything should be good. Train run like Virginia's magic shoe. It's what it does. It does it. It does the thing that it's supposed to do. Thank you guys so much for being here. We are going to be covering Agatha all along this week. Myself with WDW Pro. I believe we're going to start having maybe watch parties, or not watch, like after parties to talk about it, highlight that. Hopefully everything's good there. Yes. What is this? Let's see here. Nita's OCD says, wasn't much more to add the extra days. So we thought, why not? Brother's never been. Oh, good. Yes. I hope your brother loves it. Hope you have a safe flight, and doing a full day at MK on Thursday. If that'll be, hey, either way, we will see. I usually don't get there until late in the afternoon. I'll be honest with you. So thank you guys so much. Look for Agatha stuff coming up later this week as it comes out. I don't necessarily want to watch it, but I am. I liked WandaVision. I liked WandaVision. So that's the only reason I'm watching this Agatha series, is because I really did like WandaVision. Nita and Virginia, you guys know how to get together, so do that. And again, Go and Shogi drops the link for the Whatnot store for Virginia. Thank you so much, Go and Shogi. Thank you so much for everybody for being here today, especially after me taking the day off tomorrow. I was really worried that I wasn't going to have any audience today, and you guys came back, and I appreciate that. And I also, like Manny Uncanny, especially, like, I'm sorry I have to cover the stuff I have to cover, but it's out there, and it is what it is. So, like, what am I going to do? here we are. We'll get back to fun stuff the rest of the week. I promise. Lots of just fun stuff to cover for the remainder of the week. Until then, go tell Culture Casino hi, because we're all going to flood Culture Casino and say we're rating in from Follow the Bradley's Fun. Thank you so much, guys. And until next time, we will see you real soon. Bye, everybody. Ciao. See you real soon.